keep on the spot markets. On the passenger side, the load factors have actually been around 80% in 2009. So they're actually taking market share from the full service airlines that are operating in this region. So they're actually still 7 or 8% above their break-even rate. And this year, with the population stabilising here and the new routes in Egypt and Morocco, we should see greater passenger traffic through Air Arabia. So I think that risk is mitigated. And on the down payments, they will be in a strong position to approach a bank in order to finance this. I mean, they may have to pay a reasonable interest rate, but in the short term, they have 3 billion dirhams worth of cash on their balance sheet, cash and investments that they'll be able to run down to make these repayments. So I think, unfortunately, the biggest downward impact on Air Arabia has been the whole market falling. But in the short term, it is a good cash dividend play. If you're getting 3 or 4 fils per share between now and April, annualising that, you're looking at a return of 14 or 15%.
What about the competition coming in from Fly Dubai and
yep.
Abu Dhabi's new budget airline they're planning?
Yeah, they've actually put that on hold in the short term just recently. Yeah, but Fly Dubai is a very good point. Yeah, look, I think that there is room for 2 low-cost carriers. Air Arabia is more of a established player. Fly Dubai is, I think, up to 5 routes at the moment and growing. So their long-term projections for Dubai is similar to Sharjah. Slightly different catchment. I mean, Air Arabia has really tapped into the Sharjah catchment on its doorstep, which has a high proportion of expats that are flying to these countries. I think the difference is also it's not only scale and the catchment, but also the fact that Air Arabia's got these new hubs in Morocco and Egypt to offset any stabilisation in growth levels domestically. And it's a very well-run airline. There's slightly different models. I mean, Fly Dubai, you pay extra for your luggage. Air Arabia, you just get on and you fly. So I think that both of these airlines will continue to steal market share from the full service. So I think more of Fly Dubai's market share will come from the likes of Emirates and the smaller Gulf operators.
And if you see, I mean, the stock was quite volatile when the markets were really bullish and when the sentiments were really good. As of now, we see the market sentiments are not that better. Second quarter, third quarter results, when they come out, when the markets really start picking up, this stock will catch the volatility. Even not in this stock, I mean, we can see many other stocks as well, which are moving flat, except few stocks which are MR, Arab Tech, and DFM. So this will also catch some strength when the markets become good. Now, do another good stock, which is taking the supports on the channel as well as the 50-day moving average. Immediate resistance comes at 3.21, which is the 40-day moving average, and then the next level is 3.5, what we can see in near term. So this is a good stock where it is trading exactly on the supports, and the stock is well above its previous low when markets are, I mean, it is outperforming the market. Markets are quite lower and still holding higher. DP World, it was, at 1.44 when it started and saw a drastic fall towards 0.17, 0.17. And then a long-term trend line, if we see, it has reversed the trend. That means it's just going up, it's broken the trend line. We are seeing the crossover over here, 50-day moving average, 40-day moving average, a good crossover over here. With stock really surging higher, formed a double bottom, with MACD is giving a positive crossover. We see a price, rallying towards 0.6 levels, and there we may see some kind of profit taking. On dips near 47 area, which is the 14-day moving average, becomes a strong support over there. One can accumulate the stock. Break above 60 will see a good buying towards 0.8 levels. Overall, if you see the fall from 1.44 to 0.17, the 50% retracement comes to 80 cents. So still we have from 50 to 80, good amount of profit can be made from the stock. Apart from these, we have live trading call what we gave on Yahoo Messenger. some of our clients must be receiving. And over here, this is the Mac Research, is the Yahoo ID. You just have to install Yahoo Messenger if you don't have on your computers. And Mac Research is the ID you can add on and just send an SMS, a message. We will add you on the list. And we give you the trading calls on intraday basis, like as soon as any kind of breakout happens or sudden volume in a stock, like recently we gave a buy on GFH. Buy call, like buy at 1.12, stop loss 1.10, the target 21 and 31. We saw the target which met 1.31 and 1.38 is the next target, what we are forecasting on GFH. This is just the technical buy, because we just see the price breakouts and the volumes. Now this is the example like how it should be, how it will be. Buy GBP USD at 1.6100. Stop loss 6000, target 6400. Stop losses will be very small and the targets will be higher. What we analyze is 1:4 should be the trading strategy, and our success rate is 70 to 80%. Like if you lose small stop losses, you earn a big amount on the trading call. We also give the pivots and the resistances. Like the pivot is the critical level where the stock is above the pivot level. We see R1 and R2, which is the two resistances, and below the pivot we see the two supports. So supports are the level. If the main trend is up, then buy on supports, and if the main trend is down, then sell on resistances. Any questions on technicals?
Shiv, we want to ask you on the emerged stock. What do you think is a possible target by the year end?
See, MR, if you see on the daily charts, 3.27, where we see the gap previously, 3.14, and straight away opened at 3.7 something, so 50 fills gap. That gap is just filled as of now, 3.28, where it trades now. Stock can be bought as of now, and with a stop loss of 3.23. We foresee a target of at least 3.9 and 4.2 in the near term. Overall stock, there is no volume, no fresh flow of funds. A break above 3.75 will turn it positive, but as of now it's just sideways. Overall 4.5 or 5 is the level what we see this year. And yeah, sure.
We all see today that the index of Dubai today is 1670, 1675.
Yeah, today is 1670 something. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it going up or down according to you?
See, this is the trading report what I have made for tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll just tell you about the intraday, what exactly. See, overall it is trading below the 1730 support, 1620 because the first trade.
It's not giving any green points so that you can put it in 1620.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it might go also
Yeah.
down.
The expectation is that it is heading lower actually as of now.
To 1460.
1460 is the level what we see because MACD has turned negative from these areas. We have seen the main breakdown was here when the Nakheel thing, when the news came out, fell sharply over here. Then the bailout thing come. See the rise. So whatever the rise, this was just the bounce of the main fall. This bounce is over, again coming back to the same levels. So the main trend is still down. We have to see a break above 1730, which is the long-term trend line, which shows that the trend is down. It is trading below the 14 DMA and 50 DMA. So you have to wait for a breakout above 1730 or 1800 levels. As soon as we see the breakout, now that is the point where one can accumulate and buy the stocks.
Yeah, but if it is bought the 1460, there will be a lot of margin call, and it kind of goes to the lowest, which is
So you mean 1200 and 1300?